We are having an ongoing conversation with voters all across the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania discussing yesterday's guilty verdict against former President Trump. We're partnering with CBS Pittsburgh. Both stations sent reporters to the meet in the middle of the state where voters could play a central role in who wins the White House. We have spent all day talking to voters and getting their opinions.
That's right. Let's go out now to Center County. That's where we'll find our Dan Snyder along with CBS News Pittsburgh's Barry Pintar. Gentlemen.
Siafa, Yuki, doesn't get much more central than Center County here in Pennsylvania, and Bellefonte is about as dead center of the state as you can get. It was a great place for us to come and really talk to voters who are here in the middle of Pennsylvania getting their thoughts. We touched on a lot of topics today, and we talked to, just out here on Allegheny Street, this main street that runs through downtown, we talked to probably about 50 people, not all of them on camera, but really just getting a good cross-section of voters, from Biden supporters, Trump supporters, lots of undecided voters who are out here. We, of course, talked about the Trump verdict, and one of the things that stood out to me was pretty much everybody said it didn't really matter to them. It wasn't going to move their opinion at all. What shocked you when we were talking to voters today?
You know, that one is actually easy because we really did talk to a cross-section of Democrats, Republicans, and undecideds. But what's fascinating is the Trump people, let's talk about it. Put me on camera, give me a microphone. The Biden people, no, that's okay, I'm voting for Biden. They did not want to talk about it. And Dan, you may agree with it. It's kind of the flip of where it was, where the Trump people felt silent. The Biden people were vocal. It's the opposite now.
Yeah, but with all those folks, the Biden people, the Trump people, the undecideds, the big topic, the economy. That's what everybody wants to know about. That's what everybody wants to hear about. Here's what they had to say.
What is your opinion of the economy these days, and where do you attribute it to, the good and the bad coming from?
Well, I think President Biden is doing a very poor job. He's sending money to the troops, not our troops. He's sending weapons to Israel, and he's sending weapons to Ukraine. He's sending billions of dollars. Why doesn't he invest in our people? Our people are paying so much for everything that, you know, we're poor now.
What's the number one issue for you when you go into the ballot box?
I couldn't. My number one is someone who's for the people and not the corporations. So I feel the corporations are the reasons that the economy is the way it is. The people got fair wages during 2020 with the COVID and everything. They aren't going to go back on their wages. The corporations are not going to take a cut in their profits. Everyone thinking that a new president is going to help them out is just beyond my belief whatsoever.
Tell me about the economy specifically, what you think of it in general and what you think of it and have experienced personally.
So the economy right now is not the best. So I am an assistant manager at Dollar General, and I get paid about $16 an hour. We came across an equation the other day that says we should be paying around $500 a month in rent. We pay $1,000. So it's extremely hard, and we have 3 dogs as well. So it's extremely hard to provide for us, our dogs, pay rent, you know, on this fair pay.
So yeah, a lot of people wanted to talk about the economy from the Trump side of things, and even, frankly, some of those undecideds. My dollar's not going as far. Inflation, what are you going to do about that? The woman we spoke with who's a Biden supporter, she really pointed to the infrastructure law and said, my hometown got 2 new bridges that we wouldn't have had President Biden not been in there. So lots of talk about the economy with a wide range of voters today.
Hey, Dan, we're just about out of time, but what were the other key issues other than the economy?
Yeah, I think a lot of other key issues came up. Immigration certainly came up. Barry, if you'd like to jump in here as well.
And the border, sending, what we heard a woman allude to, it's sending money to other countries when we need the money themselves. But most fascinating to me, Dan, about that is the blame went to the other party.
Yes, everybody took the blame and put it on the other party.
Yep, everyone.
So, yeah. Lots more to get through here, including more on those undecided voters who really could decide Pennsylvania, which could decide the outcome of the election. We're going to hear exclusively from undecided voters coming up in our 6 o'clock hour. Yuki and Siafa.
Who needs polls? We've got these two.
That's right.
Truly fascinating.
And they had a great day to do it, too. Thank you, gentlemen.
Appreciate you so much.